అటెండెన్స్ మిగిలిన వాళ్ళందరూ లిఫ్ట్ ఉపయోగించకుండా మెట్ల మీదుగా వెళ్ళవలసిందిగా కోరుతున్నాం. అటెండెన్స్ మిగిలిన వాళ్ళందరూ మెట్ల మీదుగా వెళ్ళవలసిందిగా కోరుతున్నాం. లిఫ్ట్ను ఎవరు ఉపయోగించవద్దు. దయచేసి అందరూ ర్యాంప్ మీదుగా వెళ్ళవలసిందిగా కోరుతున్నాం. అందరూ సపోర్టివ్ టీం అందరూ కిటికల్స్కి రావాల్సిందిగా కోరుతున్నాం. సపోర్టివ్ టీం అందరూ కిటికల్స్కి రావాల్సిందిగా కోరుతున్నాం.
greetings to all the people. Here we are meeting with respect to the hospital safety. I wanted to draw your attention to the particularly two important accidents that have happened in the last couple of months, particularly at Jhansi Hospital on 15th November 2024 at about 10:30 night. There is an electrical short circuit in the electrical panels in the ICU room. That ICU room is meant for infant children who are in the incubators. There were about 4 such infants in that ICU on that fateful day. That ICU is located on the ground floor, completely air conditioned, and it has just one door. When the fire happened, it is not exactly the fire, it is electrical short circuit which resulted in huge amount of smoke that has engulfed the entire ICU. The parents of these children who are just nearby broke into the room by breaking in number of windows and tried to rescue the children. Being a very serious emergency, these parents have done tremendous job in bringing the children out to safety. However, as doctors, you are very much aware that smoke suffocates in just 2 minutes and brings him down to unconsciousness and kills in about 5 minutes. So there isn't enough time, in spite of the best efforts by the parents, to bring out all the children to safety. 10 of the infants died in the room itself, and later out of the rescued children, five more infants succumbed to their injuries. So the total toll was 15 infants dying from this accident. On December 12th, 2024 at about 3 p.m. in Dindigul, Tamil Nadu, another accident happened in a hospital. Here also the cause is electrical short circuit, and from the electrical panel lot of smoke started coming. So having seen that, hospital staff switched off the main power supply. Still the smoke continued. Therefore, they were engaged in evacuating all the patients to safety. However, the lift got stopped because of this cutting of electrical supply. It was hanging in between. And when the operation of rescue of patients is over, when they looked into the lift, they found 6 people dead due to smoke. So these two incidents have really rankled me. I have been thinking about how to ensure that such kind of incident does not happen in Andhra Pradesh state. And we continue to give very safe and accident-free hospital space to the citizens of Andhra Pradesh, whether the hospitals are government-owned or private. Therefore, we are trying to sit here and discuss some of the measures. In this regard, in fact, I have written a DO letter to all the hospitals about what kind of precautions you should take to prevent recurrence of such incidents. Fortunately, those precautions are not very expensive. Fortunately, they don't require too much of alteration of your old buildings. They can be done by anybody who bestows little bit of interest. You see that both the accidents have happened because of electrical short circuits. We have been prescribing electrical safety checklist. Among them, the first one is microcircuit breakers. What we have found in our inspection of hospitals, that most of the hospitals are complying with the installation of microcircuit breakers. I am grateful and congratulate all of you for this widespread compliance to this simple and effective directive. However, I have found that we have also been prescribing FRLS cables. FRLS cables are nothing but fire retardant low smoke cables. So once you install these cables, especially in the places of air conditioned wards, ICUs, operation theaters, then they will protect you from any such danger of short circuits. But we have found that in spite of our recommendation, the compliance levels are very, very low. Most of the new government hospitals are coming up with installation of FRLS cables. But the old private and government hospitals are not in compliance with that. True, it requires a small amount of changes and little bit of disturbance to the walls and probably your operations to change these cables. That is why I wanted to draw your personal attention to this very important fact of changing the wires to FRLS cables against the background of these serious accidents that have happened in our country, so that we can prevent recurrence of these incidents. And then the second, so once we have handled one of the very important root cause, which is the cause of accidents, then we move on to the root cause, the cause which has actually killed so many people, that is the smoke. You are doctors, you are well aware, within 2 minutes a person exposed to serious smoke will become unconscious, and within couple of minutes more he will be dead. So there won't be any time. If there are 10 or 15 patients in a ward and it is air conditioned, when the smoke is generated in that room, because of the air conditioning situation, the room is entirely closed and there is no way for the smoke to escape from that room. In that kind of a situation, the smoke concentration in the room quickly builds up and it will not give us any time to shift these 10 or 15 patients to safety. Yes, we may be alert, we may be active, we wanted to help, but we will have little time. So to gain time, it is essential that we should have some kind of smoke extraction machinery. Simplest of it is smoke exhaust fans. Normally in AC rooms, people do not install exhaust fans because they think that AC, cool air will get out and then the cost of electricity will be very high. What I suggest that here true, this exhaust fans need not be operational during the normal time, but they must be installed and they should be triggered to be operational by the multi-sensors, fire sensors, basically either heat sensing or smoke sensing. Once the sensor finds that there is a fire or a smoke, it will automatically trigger into operation these exhaust fans. And the exhaust fans move, they should be of such capacity, they should rotate with such speed to replace the air in the entire room at least 6 to 8 times per minute. 6 to 8 times per minute. So that whatever the smoke is continuously generated is always thrown out and it is replaced with fresh air. So that you will have enough time to safely evacuate all the patients from that kind of a accident place. Had these two things been there, what the precautions I have been suggesting, if the smoke exhaust has been installed in Vamsi Hospital's ICU, there won't have any problem. to evacuate very safely 54 children without any fatalities. Or had we put microcircuit breakers, the short circuit would not have become into a bigger problem. It would have stopped in the beginning itself. Had they put at least FRLS cables, even if the short circuit has happened, even if it has continued, the smoke would not have been generated in the first place. Because FRLS cables, even after burning, do not emit smoke. And they are not expensive. They are just 3 rupees more per meter than the normal cables. So therefore, I request the owners of these hospitals to bestow personal attention to see that electrical safety checklist which I have sent be adhered to in true faith. And smoke management to be taken very seriously across your hospitals, and see that your balconies outside the wards, outside the theatres are not closed for fresh air, and do not air condition them. If they are always exposed to the fresh air, it is good for us. In case of accident, in case of smoke, it will quickly get evacuated and people get breathing space. In fact, that kind of balconies and corridors which are exposed to the fresh air, we call them as breathing balconies. If you have closed any such balconies, kindly open them and keep them free of any enclosures, so that people, just once they come out of the closed rooms, the operation theatres, the wards, the ICUs, the diagnostic centers, into the corridor, they have immediate access to the fresh air. Immediate access to the fresh air is a life-saving measure. So let us not compromise not having for a little comfort of having an air conditioning and closing all the corridors from fresh air. For the sacrificing the safety of our patients, our staff, our doctors, and moreover, and the reputation of this state. That is why I have written a letter. Second thing we wanted to talk about, going by the Dindigal experience, is about the lifts, lift lobbies and staircase lobbies. So because you are handling patients, sometimes they cannot be evacuated through staircases. I agree. So we should have the lifts in such a way that they are smoke free during operation. If in case the power failure is there, they will automatically come down to the bottom floor and open up. Here in this case of Dindigal, when the power is switched off, the lift stood there itself hanging around, and it is not pressurized to see that the smoke does not enter. So smoke was entering and the people inside have no way of getting out. So therefore they were suffocated to death. So that kind of situation should not repeat. So I request you to look into the operation of your lifts. Think about creative ways of how to keep them pressurized so that they will be free of smoke during operation. Second, even if there is a power failure, either you should have an emergency backup power, or the lift should have been designed in such a way that in case of power failure, they come down and open out automatically. So if that kind of lifts are in operation, then we can avoid situations like that have happened in Dindigal. Different hospitals are different. Many people may have creative solutions to accomplish this. I welcome your solutions. We will test them. If they are good, we will recommend to all others, depending on their budget, depending on their affordability, to adopt these solutions. Thank you.